Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Hedera's price chart. And as you can see, since the last time that we talked about HBAR, we got a move on the downside. And I know this actually spooked a lot of people, but I'm here to tell you that the time to be bearish in HBAR is probably at least not right now. Why is that? Because in the previous video, if you remember, the idea was that most likely we are having from here a 1, 2, 5 up into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. Let's actually delete this thing. There we go. And on a higher degree, it can be, since the lowest low is sort of kind of this point and not here, into a larger degree wave 3. And what are we going to have next? Yep, a move down, a correction structure into wave 4, followed by another good move up into wave 5. So as long as we are concerned, I think makes sense to say that so far we can say, you know what, maybe this move is just a simple correction, and after it's over we can have another good move up. Now in terms of the shape of this thing, let's go on 15-minute time frame. Maybe it's actually best to go on trading views chart itself, because yep, we definitely do have better candlesticks in here. So what is happening? I'm thinking probably this is 5 wave down, this is another one, and this is probably another 5 wave on the downside, actually to about this point right in here. So what's the idea? Who knows? Maybe if we are lucky, we are having like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to about here, and on a higher degree it can be into the C leg of an ABC zigzag. But having said that, I don't really mean that we should just pay attention to this thing and be like 1000% bullish. No, I think we need to be a bit more patient and watch the current price action very closely. And what is it that we like to see? You probably know what I'm about to say, right? We want to see like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, which is going to be on a higher degree into a wave 3, correction for 4, another move into wave 5, in order to, I'm gonna say, at least by the first target, take this important high right in here, about 24.3 cents. If we get a very strong bounce back in form of a 5 wave without a whole lot of overlapping of the waves, you know what, that can be a very good sign, suggesting in HBAR we are still on the bullish track. And let's go back on our own chart. There we go. You see, at the same time, we are around this very important area, which the lower band of it is somewhere around 22.3 and the higher band of it is around 23.4 cents. Now, in an ideal scenario, we really do not want to see HBAR going down and breaking this level, and for that matter, I don't even want to see Hedera going down and reach to about potentially even the lower band of this region. Why? Because at that point, we are clearly going to have overlapping of the waves between or supposedly wave 4 and 2, which does narrow our option to maybe having an expanding leading diagonal. So technically, we're not going to be 100% bearish yet, but the fact that a 5 wave impulsive structure is going to morph into something like an expanding leading diag is definitely not an optimistic sign. And at that point, I'm going to be a bit more careful in Hedera. So what we want to see is from these areas, or let's say just a little bit lower, a very strong bounce back in order to at least take this high. And at that point, we can talk about HBAR being bullish in the short term with quite a bit more confidence. And finally, if you are a classic pattern fan, then okay, may I suggest have your eyes on this head and shoulder structure right in here, which at the moment is not confirmed yet, since number one, we haven't really completed our right shoulder even yet, and number two, we haven't gotten a break of the neckline yet right around here. And if you want to say that this is happening, then okay, be a bit more patient. And hopefully actually if we get a move on the upside, just watch this line very closely and see, are we going to straight above it, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up in order to take this side. If we do this, that's going to be like a really good sign, suggesting in Hedera, indeed, we are going according to the bullish track. So for now, let's not be overwhelmingly bearish yet. Let's wait a bit more and see a 5 wave off of this area. And at that point, we can actually remain still optimistic with a good bit of confidence. On the other hand, what you do not want to see is a good move down in order to take these two lows right in here, because that is sort of kind of going to confirm that at least in the short term, our move down can continue a little bit more. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Hedera's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.